Hey friends, what if your greatest influence didn't come from what you say, but from how calm, controlled, and grounded you stay under pressure? Here's a question for you. You want to become a person who leads with peace and stays calm under pressure? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to master your emotions and try to influence difficult people using some simple but powerful emotional intelligence strategies, they call it. From setting boundaries to maybe reframing triggers, maybe and controlling your response, not theirs. In this video, I just want to go through some of the different tools you can use right now. And if you watch to the end, there's this really cool tip number 9 that I really believe will completely flip how you see emotional triggers. All right, let's get after it. In a world full of emotional chaos, the most powerful people are, to me, those who remain calm and lead with peace. You know, today you're going to learn how to master your emotions and influence with peace using some proven principles that I've been able to find of emotional intelligence and self-regulation. Whether you're navigating, let's say, toxic people, seen those before, maybe some high pressure conversation, or maybe you're dealing with some personal inner storms, these 10 insights will help you really rise above the noise and help you respond, not react. You see, influence isn't about having control over others. It's about having control over yourself. Don't forget that. And again, guys, watch to the end because, like I said, number 9 really does flip the script on how to deal with these emotionally charged people forever, I believe. And remember, guys, I appreciate you following along, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message with maybe someone who's tired of being emotionally drained. I know you know someone. And go ahead and join Hit the Mark Today, our community where, growth with wisdom, courage, and peace is very important. The power of staying calm in chaos. You see, when emotions run high, logic sort of runs low. In emotionally charged moments, the person who stays calm, and I'm sure you've seen those people before, they really do. They hold the most influence. Staying peaceful isn't really a weakness, it's leadership to me. The ability to master your emotions creates space for, let's say, others to think, others to reflect, and eventually they'll follow you. Your calm becomes a safe harbor, I guess you could say, in the storm. Peace isn't passive, it's a strategy. A common myth is that peaceful people avoid conflict. I don't know if I believe that. In reality, peace is a weapon of influence. It's how you set the tone in a room. Maybe you diffuse the tension and you lead with what I call quiet strength. Emotional mastery doesn't mean, you feel nothing. It means your feelings don't control your decisions. You got to start with self-awareness. You just can't today manage what you don't notice. Emotional mastery starts with, it starts with naming what you feel. Are you angry? Are you hurt? Maybe you're insecure, triggered, something trigger you. If you identify those emotions, you take back the wheel from your reactions. Self-awareness is the first, I guess you could say, domino in the chain of influence. And my friends, I'm sure you've heard this. You have to breathe before you speak. One deep breath can really shift everything. Before you respond in an emotional moment, pause. That breath is a boundary, I guess. It keeps you from saying something you'll regret and gives you a moment to choose peace over pressure. Breathing breaks the automatic response and it gives you the power. Don't forget that. And don't match their energy, manage yours. When someone comes at you with, say, frustration or, this is big today, sarcasm, and possibly aggression, the natural instinct is to mirror it, be like they are. But true influence really does come from emotional contrast. Don't match the chaos, model calm instead. You teach people how to treat you by how you carry yourself in a conflict. You see, boundaries keep peace protected. Some people trigger you because they, cross those emotional boundaries. So learn to lovingly say no without guilt. That's not easy. Boundaries are the fences that protect your emotional garden. You can be kind and firm. But without these emotional boundaries, emotional peace will always feel, maybe like it's out of reach. Remember, my friends, influence isn't about control. It's about presence. You don't need to control outcomes to be influential. You just need to show up consistently with, your presence and maybe a calm and be clear, that clarity. People may not always remember what you said, but they definitely are going to remember how you made them feel, especially during those emotionally intense moments. Don't forget, my friends, to use empathy. It's very, very important, okay? Empathy helps you connect, but it doesn't mean you absorb everyone's emotions. Just reflect what they're feeling. That sounds really painful, but don't become it. Empathy lets people feel seen. And to me, that builds trust. And trust is where influence really does begin. Reframe those triggers as growth signals. And what triggers you reveals where you still need healing. We all have those spots. You see, these emotional triggers, they really aren't signs of a weakness. They're invitations. I think they're an invitation to grow. The next time you feel emotionally hijacked, ask yourself, what is this teaching me about myself? Sometimes we forget to do that. This mindset really turns breakdowns into breakthroughs. Okay, let's keep going here. Let peace be your platform. The most magnetic people in the world don't have the loudest voices. They have the calmest spirit. My friends, when peace becomes your platform, you really influence, your influence, I guess you could say, becomes unshakable. You draw the right people, you inspire deeper respect, and you really do navigate chaos with grace. That, to me, is true strength. All right, my friends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share again to help more people hit the mark today with peace, presence, and purpose.